Hello, everyone. Good morning. Happy Saturday and welcome back. I'm readjusting things so I can see my comments and all. I hope you have your beverage of choice and you're ready to get started with an idea. I actually saw this idea from Jennifer McGuire and I'm modifying it because the way she did it was cute, but I was thinking, I think I need to change it up a bit. So that's what I'm doing. And I just remembered I don't have one piece of paper, so let me go get it real quick. I forgot the piece for the inside. So I'm gonna grab it. Because you have to have the piece inside for this, the way to do the sentiment. I did, like I say, modify hers. So I made a couple of changes, but I still think it's cute and I love it. So that's what we're going to play with today. I hope you all have good weather. Hey, Linda, how are you? I hope it's good weather where you are. We had terrible wind last night. Oh my gosh, it was really windy. And I know that I looked in Maryland where Jess lives and they're supposed to have high winds today. So crazy weather. I also heard on the news last night of all the people in Texas that were without power. The winds, they said, were like hurricane force winds. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Hopefully we'll get into summer. Of course, then we have to worry about hurricanes, but it'll be okay. I see I have quite a few people in here watching. Make sure you say hello. Oh, well, that's not too bad. I know it's supposed to be chillier today. Hey, Gladys. Oh, a foot of snow. Oh my gosh. We're 70s down here the past week. I don't know if what it's going to be today. Probably in the 60s, but we'll see. But spring is coming. I have had my hyacinth up and bloomed already. I only have one plant, but it is up and has bloomed already. I haven't seen my daffodils. My daisies, no, either on those. Daisies are a little bit later anyway. So I have to go out there and chop it all down and I've got to cut down some other things. So I need to get that done. But man, I don't have enough hours in the day. Are you guys like that? Every time I turn around, there's 50 million things to do. I mean, I have a list of things that I have to get done that, it's like this, that I have to get done just for the blog. That does not include doing anything outside. Come on down, Gladys. We'd love to have you. It's really nice out here. The sun is shining. We have beautiful blue sky. I imagine golfers will be loving it and outside on the golf course. They love this kind of weather and everything. So, all right, I'm going to get ready and I'm going to take a sip of my tea and move it out of the way. And then we're going to get started. I love my tea in the morning. I use it and relax and just enjoy. Now I did pick some paper and stamps that I haven't played with in a while. They will be retiring in May. I'm assuming the paper will. I don't know about the stamps and all, but it's like, okay, I got to use up some of this stuff. So I'm going to be making a bunch of cards. I am working on Kendra's card challenge number 9. I've also kind of, I don't know if you guys have seen this, but on the Stampin' Up! Website. Now, this is the general site, not the demo site. If you go in to just stampinup.com, at the top, there's a banner that says online exclusives. click on that and it says shop now. And what will happen is it will pull up the page for the online exclusive, but on the left-hand side, there is a collection of circles, colored circles over there. If you hover over each one, it names the colors. It was rather interesting to see because I did it and I found 4 of our in colors. Now this is all for the online exclusive. 4 of our in colors, I think this is my prediction from looking at it, are staying. 1, 2, 3, 4 past colors are coming back. And I have 7 colors that are current right now in our collection that's retiring. I was a little upset because Mary Merlot and Cherry Cobbler are not listed. So that takes away our dark reds. I don't know if the new in colors will have a dark red. Blackberry Bliss, Rich Razzleberry, and Highland Heather are not listed. We are down to 1 purple Gorgeous Grape. So I don't know if there will be a purple in the in colors. So something to look at and to think about. I've decided to take those colors and use them whenever I can and use up some of my paper so that I don't have a lot left of those colors. And if they don't go away, then I can just purchase more paper, more cardstock. But that's what I did. And hey, Carol. So I'm busy using what I had. And of the, let's see, of the colors that are coming back, I said there were 4. I have all 4. Now, it was interesting because Lost Lagoon is in that new paper. I just ordered it. I broke down and ordered it. I needed to add something to my order, so I ordered the paper in the bundle in the online exclusive. It lists Lost Lagoon. Lost Lagoon is not in that list of colors. So I don't know how accurate that is or not, but it might give you a little hint, and maybe they just missed Lost Lagoon and it will be back. But that's the only one I do not have. I have all the others. I have some paper, few sheets, not much, the ink pads, the re-inkers, the markers. I have those. So I lucked out with that. All right, let's get started. I'm going to bring over my camera and just kind of adjust it slightly. And then I'm going to spotlight it for everyone. Okay. For today's card, I am using Nature's Print, specifically this image, and that's to do the inside of the card. I'm using Eden's Garden, the Hello There, for my sentiment. I didn't really want, this one wasn't big enough with what I'm doing. I needed something a little bit bigger. I'm going to use the 3D Fern embossing folder. I'm using not the largest, but the next largest down hexagon from Beautiful Shapes. And my ink is Night of Navy. All right, so the first thing I did was I have a Night of Navy card base, and I have scored it in the middle like a regular card, but then I'm also going to score it at 2 3/4 inches. All right, let me get this out of the way. And I am going to fold this, and it doesn't really matter which way I fold, that score will be on the front. all right? And then this piece gets folded back. All right, so I've got it. So there's my card base and front. Now, the way Jennifer did it, she took her shape and die cut it out of here. But then when she added her pattern paper and everything, she had to go back. I decided to do it a little different. We'll see if it works. I'm taking a piece of the Nature's Print DSP, and I'm going to put that on my card base. I may have to go back and add some glue, but that's okay because I would rather do that than have to take and put it on here and die cut it, everything. So I modified it. And then this, I'm going to slide it over slightly. This goes on like so. All right. She had taken and stamped the sentiment down the side. I decided I wanted to do some embossing. So I cut a piece of white that's the same height, but the size that's here. And I've got to watch my, I'm going to open this up so I can see it a little better. I'm going to put this on with temporary tape. And the reason being is I'm going to take and I want this butted right up against that score line. I'm going to take this off and emboss it when it's done. But I decided to, like I said, do mine a little differently. Now this is going to go on and I'm going to put it on right about there. And I am trying to center it side to side on here. So then I'm going to tape it in place and hopefully my tape will hold. And then I'm going to run this through my Big Shot and cut out that image. Okay. All right. Doesn't want to go through. So there it goes. I just had to get it right. All right. Now I'm going to run it through back again because I've got 2 layers of cardstock and I don't know if it's going to cut through or not. But what I'm going to do is I'm not going to take this off. I'm going to flip it over and see, yes, it cut it. So that's a good way to test and see. Now I got to get this off very carefully so it doesn't rip my paper. All right. I find if I pull it back on itself, it does okay. There we go. All right. So now I have my image cut out. All right. And this is a little too long. All right. I'm going to, when I take it off, I'll trim it down. So I've got this set up now. This piece I need to put inside. So I'm going to go ahead and put it in there so I don't forget. Hey, Janice. So glad you joined us. Now I'm going to put this down inside like so. All right. Now, since this is on with temporary adhesive, I can take it off. Of course, I use temporary adhesive that likes to stick to, I'm not going to worry about that. Now, I'm going to go back because see, I don't have any glue here. And I'm going to put some glue here so that it's stuck down. there. Let's see. And I need a little bit there, just because I don't want my corners to lift. And I think the rest of that'll be okay because the corners are held down. So there's my card base. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my piece of white and I'm going to emboss it with the Fern embossing folder. So let me make some switches here and emboss this. I really liked this idea, but like I said, she had a lot of extra steps. And it was like, okay, how can we do this without all the extra steps? So this is what I came up with. We'll see if it works. All right, now, I said I needed to cut this down. So I'm going to cut it down. I'm going to try, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to cut this side because I don't want to cut here because that's, oh no, I've got to, all right, well, I've got a strip that's going to cover it. So that's okay. All right, let me cut. I just didn't want to cut from this side, but all right, we'll give it a try. I'm going to cut like 1/8 of an inch off. And we'll see how that does. All right. Oh, yes, that works. All right, now this is embossed. So I'm going to use my tear-in tape and put it down. Only because it is embossed and I want it to stick. So I'm going to add my tape all the way around and I will add some extra around that opening so that it stays down. All right, here we go. So is everybody going to craft this weekend? Like I said, I have a list a mile long, so I've got to knock out those. I want to get my blog post done so that I can get those up. I'm going to IKEA on Monday. My daughter gave me a gift certificate for IKEA because I wanted, I need some more shelves and containers for my calyx. And I thought she'd be able to send it to me, but she said it wouldn't ship. But I think, you know, because of where she is, it was looking at the one in California. And I said, that's odd because mine says it'll ship. So I've got to figure out how many I need. And we're going to, my friend and I are going to go up there on Monday and get them. And I can work some more on my organization. All right. Now, all right, this goes on and I'm going to butt it up against, it's sticking to my fingers, that score line. So if you pick it up and fold it back, it'll work. All right, so why is that? Oh, I didn't take the tape off of that. I totally missed the top of this. I was like, why is that coming up? All right, let me try it again. There we go. Now, to add some interest, hi, Jean, it's okay. I don't know about you, but I have a ton of this glitter paper strips. This is a perfect way to use it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add my glue here, right down the middle, versus the back of this, because I don't want it on my card. All right, and I might need to hold it a few seconds. And then I'm going to take and open it up. And with my scissors, I'm going to trim it like so. And then I'm going to do the same thing for this one. And ooh, I went a little too far. But it just adds a little bit of interest to your card. And it kind of hides those spots. It should, no, it's not going to. Let me slide it over. All right, hold on. Operator error here. I'm gonna butt it up against the white. Okay, yeah, I need my tiny scissors for this. I never use my scissors to cut paper, my good scissors, but it won't. I can't get those big ones in there. There we go. All right, see, I still have all that left. All right, the next thing I'm going to do is this piece. This is similar to the bookbinding card, but it's a twist on it, which I liked. Okay, I'm going to fold that down. I'm just going to hold it a few seconds for the glue to grab. All right. And she cut a piece, she used the same die. Now she used a circle die. You can do this with any shape as long as it's symmetrical. It's got to be symmetrical. She used a circle die. I decided to try a hexagon for something different. And now I'm going to stamp my sentiment inside that square. Oh, I better check this out. I don't want to be stamping it and then find out that it's the wrong way. There's my scrap piece of paper here. There we go. All right, and I'm going to stamp this because it's just barely going to fit in there right in the middle. I was careful not to rock because that's got a big edge. So there's that. All right, this folds back like so. All right, and it moved a little. Obviously that glitter one is a problem. I may need to adjust it. All right, and I'm gonna add that down in the corner. And there's my card. I should have, it should work. See, it pushes it back. I'm just gonna, so that's an issue that you need to work on. Oh, thanks. Thanks, guys. All right, so there. And I'm gonna have to put that down with, I think I'm gonna have to use some tear and tape because the glue isn't holding. I don't know if it's because, see how it's pushing it back? I probably should have pushed the white over against the blue, but I'm going to leave it that way. And it's got just an extra piece of blue there. Thanks, Gladys, for some added interest, but see, it's not sticking. So this is the problem I have. The only way I can get this to stick is tear and tape. I know a lot of people, and this one is wider than my strip. So I'm going to use my tear and tape, which is the same size. And then I don't have to worry about it sticking over. holding it back. But, all right, now. I love the design. I think it's such a cute idea. And I think I'm going to add some gems. Let's see if I'm going to, let's see if I put it up against it with the tear and tape, if it'll stick. Yes, it does. The glue is not a good one for the back of this. I think it's because it's shiny. But live and learn. Like I said, I make the mistakes so you don't have to. And I just used them the other day, the Solid Faceted Gems, which has navy. That's what the card base is. I tried this with Pacific Point. I didn't like the looks. I tried it with Starry Sky. Didn't like it. So there we go. All right, got it that time. It's down a little far. All right. So I ended up with navy. I have tried this with several colors and I always go back to the navy. So let's add some of these in here. This one doesn't have the colors listed on the back, but I did have one that had them. All right. Oh, this is a brand new pack. All of these brand new. Oh, I bet my pack's downstairs. Nope, I've used this one. I don't like using, I like to use up all of one pack before I start a new one. Thanks, Barb. You can always use washi tape there. That would probably bend better than the glitter paper. All right. And one more and put it down there. I'm not going to put anything in here, although it doesn't matter, but I don't want to interfere with this because that leaves you this space. And if need be, you can add another panel over here to write on. But there it is. This is called, let's see what it's called. It is called the Split Window Card Design. So any shape, like I said, this one piece is going to give me a fit. It just does not want to stay. I'm going to have to, oh, good idea, Jean. That would make a really pretty place to put your sentiment. You open it up, stamp your message and sign it. Done. But there it is. So it is a variation of the book binding because the book binding has this piece and the other one opens up. But this one has the cutout, which I kind of liked. I thought it was a good idea and fun to play with. And great way to use your strips of DSP. So, or to buy DSP, like Jean said, for her cards and cut it the width that you need it and extend the use of your cards. Now you can make this full front, but I kind of like it with the border around it. I'm a border kind of gal anyway, so, but there it is, today's make. Fun idea. And just remember, now if you're using pattern paper and you're not going to emboss this piece, you can put it down just like this piece and not have to worry about it. But I knew I wanted to emboss this. I couldn't find a pattern paper in the collection that I liked with this. So I went with the embossed piece. Oh, excuse me. Oh, you're quite welcome, Linda. My aim is to inspire you to use your supplies and play and have fun and try different things. So now you can always save this piece. This one wasn't embossed because it was cut out, but you could emboss it if you wanted to. You could save this piece and flip it around if your paper is non-directional. Put this on your card and have it open, like you could do it inside and stick it down and have it open, or just whatever, you know. It is scored, so there's nothing you can do about it. The score line helps you center your die. So make sure you, thanks Gladys, you score that front piece at 2 3/4, because that's what this is. And then I based my sizes, it's like 1/4 of an inch smaller. You might need to play with these two pieces since you're, if you go all the way up, it's no big deal. You just go all the way over, but there it goes. All right. I'm going to remove the spotlight before I okay, now I can get this out of my face. So there we go. I mean, all my paper was cut and everything, but as you saw, it's a half hour max to make a card. So you don't have to do a lot and still have a nice card that's fun. And if you want more space to write, just don't stamp a big image inside. So there you go. Thanks for visiting me today. I hope you guys give it a try and make sure you share it with us. If you do, we'd love to see what you came up with. I'd love to see the different shapes that you use. Like I said, I use the hexagon. You could use circles, you could use squares, you could use rectangles. It just has to be symmetrical. So when you fold it, it's a mirror image. You know, it folds on itself. Okay, guys, I will be back here actually Wednesday. Yeah, Wednesday, I will be live on YouTube at 12 noon. I will post the link in here. All you have to do is click that link and you can see what I'm doing. Don't forget to check out, Amanda and I are doing Throwback Thursdays on YouTube. Check out my channel, Creations in Paper. It might be under Robbie Rabala, but I think if you put in Creations in Paper, it should come up. And see our Throwback Thursday videos. We're using retired paper to show you some ideas to help you use up your stash. And then I will be back here next Saturday at 10:30 for another Stamps, Paper, and Ink creation. Have a great weekend, guys. Bye.